Hi everybody, it's Georgia Rose from Zencuda. Tonight we're going to do some astrology and we are going to pull some tarot cards and we're going to have a great night. So I hope you all are joining me. Thank you so much for doing so. I know there's a lot going on in the world and so I am really, really grateful that you took time out to come in tonight and spend a little time with me because I know we are all really busy. So I just have to wait a few minutes for our feed to go through. Hopefully, Sally, if you're listening, when the hell am I going back into the studio? And I'd sure like to know. So where am I on here? Not on yet. Waiting for my feed. And there I am. Okay, great. So, as you guys know, you're used to it now. It's been months that I've been doing this from my home studio. So, we have to do a little housekeeping and share the video, right? So, hope you're all tuning in and having a good week. I know it's been a busy week. I don't know if you guys caught the debates last night, but that was something to see, huh? We had the World of the Fly coming on and visiting. I don't really get too political, especially on here, so don't expect too much political talk. We'll save that for the other comedians that are on a little earlier and later than me. So I'm just going to share the show. I know this is boring for you guys. You got to listen to me type on the keyboard and wonder, what's she doing? What's going on? There we go. One more page to share myself on so that I don't get all the comments about, we can't find you. Where are you? And by the time I get back to Govs, I am going to see a bunch of people on. Here we are, sharing this. I'm very tired today. I don't usually say that. Usually I like to use the term low energy. But I think it's a couple of astrological transits that we've had this week. Okay, we're ready to go. So, in the meantime, I'd love to hear how you guys are doing. Ask me anything you want. Tonight is viewer's choice. So, you get to ask me anything you want about what's going on in the world. You even get to hear my dog barking and running around the house. He's been a little cranky lately. My poor Sparky Boo Boo. So, basically, ask me anything. Comment live today. Whatever you really want to hear about. I'm going to tell you my comments on so I can see you guys. I can't see any comments here. Let me go back. I'm not in the mood for this stuff tonight. Okay. Hi, Angelique. Hi, Bonnie, Marcella, Sarah, David, Joanne. How's everybody doing tonight? Give me a shout out if you're out there. Pauline, Janine, David. So I have been feeling so tired. I think it's because we have a lot of planets that are kind of like going direct. And usually before a planet goes direct, it kind of grinds to a halt. We had Saturn and Pluto go direct. Actually, Pluto went direct on the 5th, 4th, 5th. So that just happened a couple days ago. And then in addition to that, we have a lot of astrology coming up that I'm going to talk to you guys about. And then we'll go into maybe some card pulls and maybe anything you guys want to ask me that has to do with life above the five senses. So basically, the astrology right now that's coming in is almost, I would say, as intense as the January transits where we had the Jupiter, Saturn, and Pluto all coming into conjunction. We got some really intense stuff coming in between now and the next couple of weeks. So what you want to really do is, if you have things that relax you or things that really kind of help you to be staying in your zen, relaxing, that kind of stuff, you want to really start recommitting to those rituals because you're going to need them. There's a very dramatic energy that's coming through. It's an energy of confrontation, and I'll explain about how it's coming through in a little while. First thing we have to do is talk about Pluto. Pluto has been, thank you for asking, Pauline, I'm talking about that now. Pluto and Mars have been really governing this year quite a bit. Mars especially, because it's spending a lot of time in Aries, which it doesn't usually do. Usually Mars kind of transgresses pretty quickly through a sign, maybe 6 weeks. It stayed in 6 months in Aries. It's not going to be out till almost the end of the year, beginning of January. Couple of things that Mars is doing right now is it's getting ready to square Pluto. When Mars squares Pluto, a lot of really intense energy is going to come in. You can already feel it because Pluto is now going direct. And so that Mars-Pluto square is an energy of tension. And it's going to be exacerbated by a couple of other things going on in the sky. Also, Mars is a planet which, with Pluto, is death. It is something has to die to be transformed. I know we have a lot of famous people passing right now. Eddie Van Halen just passed, very sad. He was so influential for a lot of us in the later stages of the baby boomers and the 70s, kids born in the 60s and 70s. And to see those kinds of passings are very momentous for some life-changing happenings. And we're going to see a lot more of that as the next couple of weeks progresses. This is really life-changing energy. It's energy that comes in and sometimes really quickly will change something because we have some Uranus oppositions going on. So the first thing that's going to happen is Pluto has already gone direct. That happened the last couple of days. Now Mars is lining up for an exact square to Pluto. This is going to affect you in your chart wherever your Capricorn energy and your Aries energy is, because Mars is at 22 degrees Aries and Pluto is at 22 degrees Capricorn. They're in what is relatively known as a square. Squares are tension. They are tension that bring change, especially when you have Mars, which is our warrior energy, our aggressive energy, and Pluto is the transformative energy in our lives. So this is going to be, it's funny that you just said curveball, Marcella, because this is curveball energy, and I'll tell you why that is in a little bit of time, because Uranus and Mercury are in opposition. But what's happening with this energy is it's coming in very intensely, and for some it's going to make you feel anxious. It's going to make you feel slightly paranoid. It's also going to make you feel very fixated on what you think is right, and that's where that confrontational energy comes in. The higher octave of those planets and using this intense energy for our benefit is, this is also an energy where the universe is really helping us to make great changes in our life. The universe is poised for us to really have revelations and to be able to see change and know exactly where we have to go. And this is really kind of fitting because in my Earthbound life, I'm giving a 3-part seminar about work-life balance and how to really implement change in your life. And the astrology of the moment, the astrology of the next 2 weeks, is really giving me the support I need to do that. And it'll give all the people in the seminar the support to do that and make the changes and have the revelations that they need. As a matter of fact, in the chat yesterday, when I was doing this workshop, a couple of people actually said, wow, I had just had an aha moment. That's the highest octave of this energy, is these aha moments. The problem's going to be, or the challenge is going to be, for those humans who really are hooked into the status quo, don't want the change, want to dig in, want to double down. That's going to be really harsh energy for them when the universe is really forcing us to change.
So like Marcella says, you're going to definitely have curveballs. Pauline is right. You want to observe into the emotions so it's balanced and peaceful. Much easier to do in an intellectual way. What you want to do with that energy and be the observer is really, really go into the soul of that and what it truly means. Because people will say that in an intellectual way, but they don't allow it to really permeate into their soul and into their body. A lot of people, I see David is saying about pain. Physical pain will manifest a lot in the next couple of weeks for people. Back issues, headaches. That's because the roles that we are juggling, the things that we have to be out in front, that we have to put a front up on, they're going to fall away. And so you're going to find the back, which is our support area, the mind, where we support ourselves intellectually, are going to have some challenges because the old structures are being torn down and you have to build new ones. So really important to do yoga, do the kind of physical fitness that strengthens the skeletal system, that strengthens the musculature part of your body. You're going to need that because in the years to come and in this new age that we're entering into, there's going to be a lot of changes and the physical body will reflect that. There's a lot of SOSs that our body sends to us that are, pain or discomfort, that are really the body saying, hey, I'm over here. I'm really looking to have you help me out or pay some attention to me or give me a little love. So that's really, really important to do. The other energy that's coming in, Pluto squares Mars, and that's going to be like over the next 2 weeks, very, very challenging energy. Mercury is opposing Uranus. That's Wednesday, Thursday. So yesterday and today, you'll feel that a little bit into tomorrow. That's the curveball energy. When Uranus and Mercury get together in the sky, that is an energy where Mercury, our intellect, our mind, the way we think about things, what we think is going to happen, what we're attached to, suddenly gets Uranus coming in, opposing it, and boom, it's like a lightning bolt. It's like, things weren't what you thought. This is the way it really is. And a revelation comes, something that is you didn't really think about comes out into the open, or something that you've been hiding from people comes out into the open. And all of this happens so that we can get in touch with our authentic selves and really be who we're meant to be. These aren't bad things. The universe never is punishing or does things to us. It does things for us so that we can really elevate our lives and become the people that we really want to be. So these are all really good gifts from the universe. So hey RJ, hey April. So you want to really look at the astrology for that. Mercury is going retrograde. You got Mars and Pluto squaring. Mercury going retrograde just after Uranus is opposing it. A lot of tense energy, sudden unexpected things. Then you've got that Mercury-Uranus opposition also can be utilized if you're going into meditation, if you're doing a project. That's also energy of enlightenment. It's energy of thinking in a different way than you used to. So that's really the way to use that energy. It's great for creation. Great for creation. Problem is, these things create a lot of drama. And so you really want to kind of pull out of that, go into your creativity within, and then come back out. So David, like I just said, if you're having pain, that's also indicative of change that's going on in the universe. Really important for us to get out, exercise, move around. You want to move the energy in it through your body, because that's really what we're seeing now, is that we need to do that. We need to get rid of stagnant energy and make sure that we are in a place where new energy is coming in and we're refreshing. It's almost like hitting the refresh button on the computer page. It's like you want to do that in your own life and refresh things so that you can really see where you need to make change, what's the universe really telling me, that kind of stuff. Let me see my comments here. Okay. Going to do some card pulls. Okay. A couple other things. Just want to finish a little bit about the astrology because this is something you guys should know. So we've got this energy coming in with the Mars squaring Pluto. Very intense. This is almost, the last time this happened was in late August, but this is more intense than it's happening now. This is really the energy that you need to propel your life forward, but it's also energy that, if you're not conscious of it, can come out of somewhere and give you a whammy. So really, really think about what's been going on. This is sudden disruption. It could be a twist to the plot. It could be sudden disruption in the sense of, Sparky, if you tore my bed apart, you're in trouble, you little sudden disruption, my dog. So, don't look at me like that. He did something. So, I have to go check on this because it's going to bother me for the rest of the broadcast. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. Come on. I'm back. Am I the only one who sees the irony in the fact that I was just talking about a sudden disruption and my dog goes nuts and I have to get up? Oh. So anyway, Qigong is very helpful to move energy because you don't have to be really that physically fit to do Qigong. Sometimes it's even just tapping is really, really great if you want to Google tapping and you tap on certain parts of the body. The other thing that's going to happen this week, after we've got the Mars square Pluto and we've got the Uranus and Mercury, then the other thing that happens is, and remember that can kind of increase anxiety a little bit and make people a little paranoid, so you do definitely want to step back. But the other thing that's happening is, and this is why the next couple of weeks is really very intense. One of the most intense times we have this year is we've got a Cardinal Grand Cross coming in. So what is a Cardinal Grand Cross? Sparky is always comic relief. Cardinal Grand Cross is when we have a cross in the sky when the planets are literally across like this. So this cross consists of Mars at 22 degrees Aries, across from Pluto at 22 degree Capricorn, which is squaring, but is part of a Grand Cross, which comes in towards the end of this weekend, actually. And then we've got the Sun in Libra, completing the third part of the cross. And then we've got the Moon in Cancer. And this moon is gearing up for a new moon, just as all these crosses happen. The new moon is on October 16th. So what happens is this Grand Cross comes in, like Saturday, Sunday, starts to form, perfects, and then part of that Grand Cross is the Cancer moon, which is going to keep moving, and then finally it becomes its new moon in Libra on the 16th. But as this Grand Cross is forming with Pluto, Mars, the moon, and the sun, this is an energy of tension, and it's cardinal energy. Certain signs have different things. We have cardinal signs, we have mutable signs, we have fixed signs. We have cardinal signs are signs that start things. If you look at what this Grand Cross is, it's Capricorn, which begins winter, Cancer, which begins summer, Libra, which begins fall, and Aries, which begins spring. That's why they're cardinal. Each one of those energies is a different energy, right? Aries energy, which starts spring, is things pushing up from the ground. It is very aggressive energy. It's starting like the whole growth of everything. Capricorn, the beginning of winter, is more stark. It's death, and Pluto is in there now, Pluto is transformation and death. The energy of Cancer is starting summer. Cancer is the energy of things heating up. And then we have Libra, which is the energy of harmony and balance. So what does this mean? It means that all of this tension is about deep transformation. We've got the two luminaries, the sun and the moon, brightening this. And then we've got Mars coming in to ignite it. So Cancer is going to heat it up a little bit. Cancer is also used to going in its shell. It's a little paranoid. We've got the scales of justice coming in and lighting it all up. So people are going to want to have balance their way. They're going to be striving for harmony. And then we've got this beautiful Mars in Aries, which is like a rocket igniting. So all of this energy comes in and heightens and intensifies every spiritual message of each planet. And what that means is it's going to be aggressive energy for lower energy people who are not self-aware and don't have a lot of self-control. But it's also going to be great energy for those of us on the path to improving our life. So that is the higher octave of how to use this. This is going to be in play for about a week and a half. It's going to be some difficult energy. It's going to be difficult in the sense of if you are working on certain things in your life, it's going to be really intense and really, you're going to be making changes or doing healing work with yourself or healing some things or working out some things that are really going to trigger you and push your buttons. On the global scale, this is sudden interruption. It is twist of plots. It is, didn't think that was going to happen. Where did that come from? And it's also a lot of glitchy communication. When you've got Uranus and Mercury in there, and then you've got this Grand Cross coming in with intense energy, new moon on the 16th, for this week and the next week and a half, back up your data, write down the numbers you really need, don't rely on keeping them in your phone. Things are going to happen. You're going to have interruption of services, you're going to have technology getting really fluky on you, so whatever you need to do to secure your data, make sure you do. This is like cyber theft, it's like getting a breach of prioritized information. It's, your computer crashing, your phone losing data, all that kind of stuff. It can also be sudden revelations coming through communication and technology. So just take that with you and know that really, really intense energy coming through. And in the communication sector, especially technologically, you really want to make sure that you batten down the hatches, because that's kind of in jeopardy right now. Okay? And I think that's kind of good, because we should go back to old-fashioned actually speaking to people and picking up the phone instead of texting and actually having conversations and stuff. So the first card I picked tonight is going to be for the world energy. Spirit, please tell us what to expect on the world stage globally, especially as our country is in contrast right now. And let us know what we need to work on in our own lives and globally so that we can be prepared for the energy that's coming in this next week. I am using the Circle of Light cards, which are on my website, zenkuda.com. If you want to book a private reading, zenkuda.com. Okay, I'm going to pick a card for the world energy, and then we'll start doing cards for you guys. Yeah, lots of back problems, David. You're not the only one. A lot of people are coming to me asking me about that. That's our support system, and this is a year where structures were being broken down. So it's not unusual for people to have back problems. Got to move the energy. Got to work out, whatever lightly or whatever you can do. You got to move the energy around. And the beautiful card that Spirit gave us tonight for the world, for global, for our country, is number 15, which is healing. What a beautiful card. Look at the light in this card. And it says, love is the light that heals all. So that is a beautiful message for us tonight. Remember, we have the choice and we have the power to either step into aggression or step into assertion and bring love into the world. And it's really interesting that we got this card, because Venus right now is also playing a role in the sky, where it's testing us a little bit, in our love lives and in the way that we show love to the world. So we really want to bring out more Venusian things, more Venus into the forefront, and really make sure that we spread love, because that is what's going to be most healing to all of us. I'm going to read what the little part says from number 15. These are such beautiful cards. Every time I pick them up, I forget how beautiful they are. Healing. Love and light. When we take part in energy healing, such as Reiki, IET, or chakra balancing, it's funny, I was going to talk about chakras tonight, sound healing or other modalities, we're invoking the light of universal love to enter our energy field. Love has the power to heal all things and relieve our suffering. Taking part in energy healing raises our vibration and transmutes dis-ease and emotional pain to a more positive vibration. This card suggests it is possible to transmute dis-ease by invoking the light of spirit to raise your vibration and heal that which distresses you. Focus white light on the areas of your body which manifest any pain, and allow Spirit to heal you. Believe in the power of divine love and light to relieve your suffering. You have the energy of healing light surrounding you now. May you be a light worker who practices healing on others. If so, remember to keep your vibration high and give yourself healing energy and universal love to raise your vibration away from dis-ease. There's a light beside you, and you are never alone. What a beautiful reminder. Sometimes when I do these astrology, because the astrology has been so intense this year, I feel like, I'm being a little negative, and those of you who know me know I'm always trying to be a positive light in the world. And I just feel like it's been difficult this year to portray the energy in a certain way because it has been very intense. And one of the lessons I learned, especially when we do healing work, is there is dark. And at times we are meant to embrace the dark, not to go into the darkness, but to be more grateful for the light. And I think even when we do shadow work, remembering when we're in the shadow of something that there is light there, otherwise there couldn't be a shadow, right? So that's really appropriate, and that healing we send out to David and anyone else who really is having some distress right now. So I am going to, actually, please ask a question about Venus and Virgo. Venus and Virgo is generational. There's a lot of people with Venus and Virgo who were born in a certain time frame. Venus and Virgo is actually mean. It doesn't mean to be, but Venus and Virgo can be kind of mean. It's usually the partner that is very critical. I actually have a Venus in Virgo, and I had to train my Venus to be a different way because I've always been the type of person I can walk into a beautifully freshly painted room and I'll see the spot someone missed, and that's Venus and Virgo. And so when I see that spot that someone missed, someone else will invariably point it out, and I'll just say, well, a blind man would be glad to see it. And so part of that Virgo energy is embracing an imperfect world to see the perfection in it. And Venus in Virgo, the planet of love, is all about that. Once you master the energy of Venus in Virgo, you see that the imperfections in the world are really beautiful. And so Venus in Virgo is a little picky, a little fussy, but in the end embraces all and is really a lesson of acceptance. So it is an earth sign, but it's more so Venus in Virgo is more of a fussy kind of critical energy. And I think there's a reason that came in now too, because we are being shown the height of our criticism is oftentimes what brings us into negativity. And boy, we see that when we had to sit home for months, not being able to go anywhere, and we had to overcome that. So really interesting lesson. So let's pull some cards. This was the chart of the day, and I just was reading that while I was on with you guys. So tomorrow morning I have a chart reading. I have her chart over here. Really getting busy, so if you want a personal chart read, you got to call quick. Okay, so I'm going to actually work backwards right now, and my first card that I'm going to pick is for David, because I know that he is actually in some physical pain, and so we're going to send healing out to him, and hopefully he'll be feeling better soon. So David, I'm going to pick a beautiful card for you. I'm actually going to my grace cards. So Spirit, if you can actually give us some beautiful grace this evening and allow us into the wisdom and the knowledge that will show us what is the root of David's pain, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much, guides, angels, and Spirit. Okay. This is funny because you said your back hurt. Comfort. Okay. So David, if you look at this beautiful card that says comfort on it, on the back it says lean back into the arms of grace, let go and let God. So give your pain over to God, Spirit, and allow him to take it from you. And then do something that gives you comfort, whether that's, watching a movie or whatever. Just really try and find something that is going to give you comfort and take your mind off it for a little while. And then just allow Spirit to come in and and comfort you. Really, that's what that card is about. My next card is going to be Pauline Blenner. Pauline, this card is for you. They're telling me to go to my soul cards. Okay, got a bunch of cards on the desk here tonight. Okay. They want me to shuffle a long while for you, Pauline. Oh, Pauline, my beautiful card. Pauline, I feel like you have a very strong guide coming in around you. And what makes me feel like this for you is because if you look at the hand by the neck area, by the throat chakra, I feel like he's actually healing something in the throat area. Very strong guide. I almost feel like, at first I wanted to say angelic, but I feel like it's actually from another it's off Earth energy. So it's definitely from another realm planet-wise. And look at all the violet and gold around the head. This is definitely a guide coming in, an energy coming in to do a healing with you. And you are open to it. Look at your own palm in this picture, up in surrender, peace on the face, on the expression. I really feel like this is some kind of galactic healing, maybe Arcturian or Palladian, coming in and definitely centered around your throat chakra. I'm also seeing growth here. This looks like a flower to me. And, you know, when I read this card another time, it'll look like something else. And then here I'm seeing feels like new growth, new energy coming in. So just take that with you, Pauline. And if you are going to do any kind of serious meditation or healing work, be open to that, especially this area, this throat chakra, voice, speaking, something you need to come out. I'm really feeling that strongly. Okay. Terry Frattini, I think you're a new viewer. Welcome. I'm going to go up and then down on these. So I got Terry, already did David. Okay, Terry. Terry, I'm feeling a male energy around you that's passed over. And I feel like, I'm feeling like this is fairly recent. Like maybe in the last year or two. Really getting this energy strongly. So this card is for Terry. Yeah, this person's coming through. If you look at this picture for me, this is a message coming through. Water is emotion. This is a message, emotional message coming through from the other side to me. Look at the crown chakra, the third eye. You have the ability to feel this person around you and get messages from them, signs, and a lot of white light. But I really feel like this message is something very healing for you. If you look at this water coming into the crown chakra through the third eye, it filters down to almost where the heart would be. So this is deep transformation energy. So take that with you, Terry, because I feel like this message is coming in very intensely for you. You may have a dream this evening. If you haven't already had one, you may have a vision in the evening of something as you're dreaming. But this energy is coming in very, very strong. And I know because my left ear is ringing right now. So there's someone on the other side, male, that has passed that wants to tell you something really coming through strongly, and you will hear it. You will get the sign. Okay, Joanne. I'm going to pick one from my grace deck because I want you to have grace. Don't be worried, Joanne. I can feel you worrying. No worries, no worries. The more we worry, the more worry we get. So don't rob the day with worries. All right? Whatever you're waiting to hear about or whatever is happening, don't worry. Have patience. Look at this beautiful card. And it says, trust in divine timing. Your future holds something far greater than your past. So I feel like you just need to kind of let go of the negative energy of worry and move forward and think really positive thoughts. Because manifestation is at an all-time high now, Joanne. So you want to keep your thoughts really, really pure. All right. Sarah, this is for you. Sarah's energy feels very light tonight. I feel like you are having actually a pretty good time, but there's something that you want an answer about. So let's see. what we get here for Sarah. Sarah, they're telling me to pick 2 cards for you, so I'm going to do that. Okay. This is so weird because these cards are like contradictory, but I'm going to get it. The first one is surrender. And I feel like you've done that. I feel like for something, there was a turnaround of energy and you're surrendering it. And it says surrender is the key that unlocks the door to grace. And I feel like you're kind of in that place. You've surrendered it. You're kind of letting it go. Then the next card that I got was act. So I feel like when you do this, right, and you surrender, then you actually get more clarity. So if you're in the process of taking a few steps back, know you're doing the right thing, because this card that's act says charge forward. When we combine action with an unwavering faith, the power of grace will meet our needs. And that's a lesson of letting go in order to relax, calm, let the wisdom come in, and then act on the wisdom instead of, rushing to action or what's the word? Springing into action. We do it more methodically. Okay. I can't see who's up top. I'm going to pick a card for Angelique. And then Rain and John. Okay. This is for Angelique. Angelique, I feel like you guys need to just like put on a really good movie and sit around and eat popcorn and just relax. I feel like there's been a lot of urgency and stuff in the house, and you just need to relax. Presence is the card I got for you, and it says, bring your mind into a present moment in time. Now is the only place to be. Yeah, I feel like you guys just need to relax, take it down. I feel like everything's really like urgent and been moving very fast, and I feel like you need to kind of just all get in the same room as a family and just like watch a funny movie or be lighthearted. So that's what I'm getting for you. Hi, Rain. How are you? Thank you so much. Rain is always so supportive of my work, and she always has the nicest things to say. I just love that. Thank you so much. So Rain, I am going to pick a beautiful soul card for you. And I know sometimes you get anxious, Rain, from your posts, and I just want you to know the energy coming in can make us more anxious, but just know that it's coming from that, and don't allow it to run you, okay? So Rain, I have this beautiful card. This card comes up often on the program, and this is a beautiful card of surrender to me, because if you look at the hands, but I feel like you've been making a lot of strides lately in your spiritual growth, like you're going to another place. I feel like the energy is coming to you very easily. You're very receptive. You're a receptor. You're transmitting. You're getting message. You're getting very deep meditations. And keep that up, because it's coming, because all this beautiful light, which is also, it feels like Uranus energy to me, electricity. When that comes to you, don't judge it as negative. Don't allow the electrical feelings or the sudden waves of intuition to be anxious or anxiety producing. Allow them to flow through you and give you the wisdom and the knowledge they're meant to. Because you're definitely going to be getting flashes of intuition. And just keep surrendering to it. Don't let it be a negative. Don't label it and give a story to it and everything, okay? Next one is John. John Mandetta. John is like my number one fan. We had him on the show when I was in the studio. We're going to get back in that studio. Sally, if you're watching, when the hell am I getting back in my studio? Want my guests on and everything. Okay. Oh, you're welcome, Pauline. So I got to tell you guys, I never remember my readings. Like, I never remember my readings. And people will come up to me, and they'll see me out somewhere, and they'll recognize me, and they'll come up to me, and they'll be like, oh my God, you read me like 2 years ago, and you said this, and it all happened, and whatever. And I have no idea, because I don't remember. As soon as I leave the energy, I don't remember. So a lot of times, sometimes once in a while, I remember one or two things. But like with this is the soul cards. They're I bought these a while ago at A Time for Karma, but you can get them online. They're no book, no words. They just really pop into your intuition. I love them. But as I was saying, like, I don't remember my readings. So even a lot of times on the podcast, like, maybe I'll pull 15, 20 cards in a night, and the first person will message me about something. I don't freaking know what card I picked. I don't remember the reading. I'm in another level, another plane, another consciousness. So I don't remember what I said. I know that sounds really weird, but it's just the way it is. And I know other readers have the same thing. I never remember my readings. Just don't. So this is for John. Okay. Ooh. Johnny. Johnny, you're getting a lot of messages lately. And I know we spoke briefly on Messenger the other night. This is, I think, darkness in the past and light coming to you. Because all of this is like indicative shadow. Like I was talking about the shadow work. And I feel like it's starting to really go behind you. Like the worst is over and the best is going to come. Because I feel like this person is like surrendering, but with the hands, palms open. But I also feel like they're getting energy coming in. Like this is beautiful new light. And almost like it's wisdom. Look at the beautiful light in the middle of the body. It's just wisdom coming in. And this looks like an older person. The reason for that, I think, is because it's an example or a symbolism for life wisdom. Like you're getting so good at certain things now because you understand them more than you ever have. But basic reading in this card is this is all in the past. Darkness in the past, light coming in. So for whatever's going on, I think the worst is over and all of this comes in. And look at the wisdom and the divine light that you have within you now. So whatever this situation would be, when it does come back around, you handle it completely differently than you ever have before because you now have all this wisdom that you didn't have last time. So that's what I'm getting. Okay, where am I again here? Because the comments are coming so fast. I have like 40 comments and I can't see everybody. That's why I like the call-in show. Hey, Joanne. Okay. Bonnie and Marcella. That's what we're going to do. And then we're going to do Linda. Hi, Lolly. Oh, I love that name, Lolly. I have to tell you, Lolly, that when I was a little girl, I had an aunt who was like a mom to me. She actually lived in my house the whole time I grew up and took care of us. And she was my mom's sister. And they were like two peas in a pod. And there was a neighbor who was really like this wonderful gentleman that we just loved. And sounds like something out of Little Women. And he used to, my aunt's name was Loretta. And he used to call her Lolly. And he would come in on a Saturday morning when we were all like watching cartoons or hanging around. And he'd say, Lolly, Lolly, are you lollygagging around? And it was like a big family joke that we would always say, Lolly, Lolly, are you lollygagging? So I love that name, Lolly. So I'm going to take that as my Auntie Loretta, my auntie saying hi to me tonight. So I was just about to pick Bonnie and then Marcella. And it's so funny because that gentleman's wife, I was just talking about, that neighbor's wife's name was Marcella. Marcella Reed. Okay, so this is for Bonnie. Bonnie, you got the Super Angel card. This card comes up in every show, and somebody, I always say whoever gets this is like the luckiest person alive. It is I call it the Super Angel because it looks like a superhero, but it's actually Archangel Michael to me. So Bonnie, just take that with you and know that Archangel Michael is with you. And look at the smile and the contentment on the face here. It's almost as though Archangel Michael is just like embracing and hugging, you know. I just love that. So you are so protected. Archangel Michael is the protector angel. He's also the patron of all military, policemen, and anyone in uniform, and nurses. So you are definitely protected. If there's any professional like that in the family, know that they are protected too. And I take this card as a card of luck and benevolence because it's just, to me, such a beautiful superhero angel card. And then we have to pick one from Marcella. Well, Rain, you got a direct message from above about it. So, and it's so funny because the card that I remember that this is the card that you had, Rain, and it just came up in the deck and like flapped out. So they really want you to listen to that message. Okay. All right. So that was Bonnie. Now we're doing Marcella. Whoop. Okay, Marcella. Marcella, I'm looking at this card because I had like such a hit when I looked at it. This card is, I don't know if you've been doing shadow work. Shadow work is like working on parts of ourself that are really in the shadow, parts of ourself that are really hard to look at. And when we do shadow work, sometimes people call it inner child work or things like that. but I feel like there is a shadow, something that's been bothering you that's leaving you. When you look at the hands extended in this photo, I feel like it's reaching out for the future. This is definitely an embodiment of shedding the shadow, shedding what doesn't really serve you, what doesn't belong to you. Because if you look at this part of the card, it almost looks like a rebirth, like the person has a new person behind them. This leaving, light coming in, and then this beautiful rebirth. And you can see that person is the one holding the hands out. So all this shadow, darkness, negativity is leaving you. And it's a good thing, Marcella. I do want to say that I feel this for you, but I'm going to say it generally speaking for everyone because everyone needs to hear it, myself included. Sometimes when negative things leave us, it can be really hard because we have an emptiness, because sometimes we worship negative things, and that could be something as benign as a bad habit. You know, we like to have ice cream after dinner every night or whatever, but we're worshiping that because it controls us, or we think about it a lot. And so when that leaves us, or we break that habit, we can have an emptiness for a little time because we need to put something else in that place, something more positive. So don't worry if you feel a little bit of emptiness at something leaving you that you have now let go of, and that letting go. In the long run, it's such a great thing, but in the beginning, it's hard for us to have that empty space. Linda, you're up. Okay. Oh, thank you, Linda. You're so sweet. Okay. Anybody needs their hair done? Linda DeMori, friend her. Okay. I know I'm a legendary networker. I always have to put people together. It's just my thing. I was doing a soul card for you, Lynn, and then they told me to go to my grace card. So just know this is going to be a message for grace for you. Okay. Linda, you got watch. It says, watch for a miracle. Coincidences are divinely inspired moments designed to remind us that a higher power is guiding our lives. So watch out for those signs, because I feel like something really good is going to be happening for you. I feel like, again, like the worst is behind you, like a little bit of chaos, a little bit of decision making, maybe some familial stuff, maybe work, but I feel like that's moving away, and I feel like something is going to happen that's a game changer for you. Like something unexpected comes in and you have some really great stuff happen. So please take that with you. Hi, Joanne. Hi, April. We're going to fix that, Joanne. RJ, I got to pick a card for you, and then April. Also, you could hop over and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Zenkuda, because I'll put a link in the comments, because I'm doing a contest between now and October 31st, Halloween. I'll pick the winner. Anybody who subscribes is going to be entered into a drawing for a free reading, and that will be a 45 minutes to an hour reading. Sorry, my allergies are acting up. Okay, this is for RJ, and then we're going to do April. Okay, RJ, for you, I got honor. Care for your soul. Honor the divinity within you by practicing extreme self-care. And see, I said before, I feel like everybody in the house just needs to cool it and do something as a family, watch a funny movie or something like that. So definitely, I feel like you got to do that. Okay? April, I'm going to pick a card for you. April, I feel like you're sad tonight. Don't be sad. Be happy. Could be a lot worse, right? I feel like something's making you sad, April, so just know that whatever that feeling is, it's temporary. Move forward. Really move into the light. Okay? All right. So for April, comfort. The comfort card came up before. Lean back into the arms of grace. Let go and let God. So whatever's going on, whatever you're feeling, I feel like heavy energy, like sadness for you. Let it go. Let it go. Look at the beautiful music being played here and soothing this beautiful person. I would definitely let go and let God take care, because whatever is in store for you is really divinely guided. Okay? Got to keep going down. Joanne. I'm going to see Joanne tomorrow night. I hope I didn't insult you, Lolly. It was just like a childhood thing. But thank you for joining us. Everybody say hello to Lolly and give her some love. Thank you for joining us. Okay. Joanne, I just felt your dad come in. Whew. I'm going to pick 2 cards for you, but this is really interesting. So first I get this card, and I feel like I want to say to you, look up. Because this person here, this figure, feels like they're trapped almost, but they have an opening. And I feel like there's something going on and you're not looking at all the angles. Like I feel like you're making it worse than it is. Like whatever's happening for you, Joanne, really have faith because all this light is there. You're just not seeing it. Okay? Yeah, and it's saying surrender. Surrender is the key that unlocks the door to grace. So you have all this grace that wants to come in, all this beautiful light, but I feel like you're not really seeing it. So try to get back into, and of course tomorrow night we're going to have some, socialization. So I think that's going to help a lot, all of us. But try to always see the good. And I know you're a very positive person, so we all have those times. But I feel like there's a solution to something, or something's being offered you that's light that you are not seeing because you're not looking up. So look up, reach up, okay? Oh, that's great. I'm so glad Archangel Michael came in for you. I would try Google Rain for the soul cards. I bought them a very long time ago. Most of my cards have to be, 10 years old or better. I don't really buy too many cards anymore. I created my own. I have another deck coming up that I've been working on, probably be out in 2021. We can book a reading for you, definitely, David. Go on my website. Yeah, the grace ones I like because they're easy. I usually use those in prayer circles and things because they're really quick read, So Linda, I don't know what that was about, but I got to tell you, something good's coming. Oh, and don't forget Janine. I would never forget you, my beautiful Janine. Okay. Everybody's saying hi to you, Lolly, so welcome. Janine, we should all just give Jean some applause because Janine has been working so hard on making changes and really, really being the master of her life, the master of her own ship, that I have to really give her kudos tonight. Okay? All right. Janine, you also got the watch card, so there's something really good coming for you. Look at the beautiful wings. This is the same card I think Linda got. I just remember that. Watch for a miracle. Coincidences are divinely inspired moments designed to remind us that a higher power is guiding our lives. So make sure that you also watch and believe. Manifestation is at an all-time high right now. So we really, really have to keep our thoughts pure, because the things that we think about are the things that we're going to get in our life, and they're also the things that we align with. We align with whatever we tell ourselves. I was doing a workshop on work-life balance not too long ago, and I realized that even the way it's so important, the way that we wake up in the day and start our routine, because if we're like waking up and being like, oh my God, I have so much to do, I'm so rushed, I'm never going to get to everything today, how am I ever going to do this, if that's the dialogue we wake up with, that's the day we're going to have. So we have to really start to keep our thoughts really, really pure. Okay, I think I got everybody right now. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm just going to check. And if anybody has any questions or anything they want to ask me, we have a few minutes left. So everybody's giving claps to you, Janine Jamali, we love you. I'm so casual tonight. Usually I kind of put on makeup and do my hair, and I just didn't, so whatever. There you go, Janine. Love you. I'm going to see you tomorrow night too. So if there's any questions, you can just, randomly for the next 5 minutes. Tonight was viewer's choice. If there's anything that you want to ask me about, life above the 5 senses, I'll try and answer it. If you want to book a reading, you can do that on zenkuda.com. I also will hopefully be back in the studio soon. I know they were remodeling it. So I'll be back in Gov's Comedy Studio, and then I can have my guests on, and you guys can call in and ask me questions, and it's going to be so cool. So if anybody has anything they want to ask, just do it. I'll look in the chat. I guess you're all good. I will pull a card for you, Joanne. I'm going to go to the Grace cards. I hope you're doing good. Joanne, whatever, I feel like you're making decisions about things, and I feel like whatever decisions you're making, like you're really thinking about them and doing it slowly, but I feel like you're really on the right track. I don't know what that's about exactly, but they're just telling me, tell her she's on the right track, and I'm going to pick a soul card for you. And you got listen. And if you look at this card, they have a seashell up to their ear, it makes that sound. But I feel like this is listening to your own intuition, your own soul, and your own heart. So really listen to your own heart. And the back of the card says, when we feel overly attached to an outcome, it's simply an indication that we need to reconnect with our wise self. And that's what the person's doing in this photo. So I think it's funny that I got that card and I pulled it before, I pulled it after I got the energy. Definitely on the right track. Listen to the heart. Try to stay out of ego and the I'm right, you're wrong kind of thing. Really listen to your heart, because the decisions you make now are going to be effective for a lot of years to come, they're telling me. All right. Oh, thank you, Terry. Hi, Chris. Hi, Nikki. I'm running out of time right now, so I'm probably going to say goodbye, but somebody else had a question. Oh, do you see us finding that house soon? I feel like the end of next year, Rain. So Lolly, I can't remember now if I picked a card for Lolly. So before I sign off, tell me yes or no. I think I did. I don't remember. Tell me, because I think I picked like more cards tonight than I have so far. 2 new comments. So much easier when I'm in the studio. Yes, Terry, we're on every week at 6:30. Usually I'm in a studio with like guests and phone in and everything, and with my headphones. But I've just been doing it from my home studio, because my home office actually, because of the COVID. But I should be back in the studio soon. And I feel like that'll be soon, because they're remodeling the studio. All right. Lolly, did I pick a card for you? Definitely listen to your heart and soul. Very important right now that we tune into that heart-based energy, because there's a lot of things going on in the external world that want to sway us. There's also, Mercury's in Scorpio, and that is a lot of lying. That is a lot of information coming to light that we didn't know about. So really don't make snap judgments. Wait. The best thing you can do is like really sit and wait and make sure you have everything that you need, all the information you need to make decisions. Okay? All right, Lolly, this card is for you. I was so concerned because it's your first time on, and I didn't want to not pick a card for you. Actually, Lolly, they're telling me to pick a grace card for you, and they're also telling me to pick a soul card. So, Lolly, the first card that I got from the grace cards is direction. So if you're trying to make a decision about which way to go, or even a physical move, this card would definitely be about that. And it says, look for clues. Grace will lead us to the exact events and experiences we need at precisely the right time. So depend and believe in divine timing. If there's anything you're looking to accomplish or change or do right now, this is a very strong energy that I'm getting, like almost like you're at a crossroads about something. And this card is saying that the answers are there. You just have to really, kind of stop, be still, listen, and you will see the directions that come in. Okay? And then I'm going to pick one more card for you, and then I will do Chris Wainwright, and that'll be the last card of the night, because I'm going to get booted off because there's a program after me on Govs. Okay, this card flew out of the deck. Wow. This is really... Lolly, this was the card, right? We got a direction, and I feel like you're at a crossroads, you're making a decision. And this is one of my favorite cards in the Soul card deck. This is a card of unity for me. It's finding a new tribe. It's going towards the dream. This card, whenever I get the energy on this card, it almost feels like the unity, believing in earth, believing in the love that's out there, and almost like a communion, a community going towards your real tribe. You know, and so if there's something that you're looking at a direction of doing something spiritual or something in the spiritual world, or you feel drawn to it, go for it, because that's where you're going to find your tribe. This is a beautiful energy about unity, peace, and love. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Usually when you have a feeling of elevation or being expanded, it's because Spirit is expanding you, Sarah. It's going to be literally expansion. You know, you're growing. Could also be your chakras, your Kundalini rising. You know, sometimes that happens if we're really on a spiritual track. Oh, thank you, Rain. Yes, it's my birthday this week. Not really a big birthday person, but this is for Chris Wainwright. Chris, I'm going to pick a grace card for you, and this is going to be my last card of the night, guys. I will be back next Thursday at 6:30. And also from time to time, I do lives on Facebook if you want to subscribe to Georgia Rose. Also find me on Zenkuda on YouTube. A lot of videos on there. All the Soul Space podcasts are up there. Okay, so Chris Wainwright. Chris, you have imagination, and this is a very creative time astrologically. Mercury and Uranus are going to give us new imprints, new ideas, new creativity, stepping out of the box. There's a beautiful card that really shows that anything is possible. The back of the card says, life's difficulties are a call to consciousness, a grace-inspired event that challenges us to reach beyond limited thinking. I always call those beautiful crises in our lives that make us change things and make us use our imagination and creativity. I call them healing crises. Most people would call them a spiritual awakening. I call them a crisis of healing. But Chris, I just want to say, I feel like if you do anything artsy, or have an idea of something that you want to do, it could even be writing. This is a great time to do it with Mercury opposing Uranus. That can be an energy of sudden unexpected changes, you know, the game changing, the plot twist, things we don't really understand, but it can also be a beautiful energy of creativity in its highest form and stepping out of our limitations and imagining something that we can really manifest. So that's your card for this evening. That is the last card of the evening. Oh, you guys are so welcome. This is the energy I source my life from. It always gives me a big charge. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you like the video, please share. And I will be back next Tuesday on Gov's Comedy Radio on Facebook and also my YouTube channel. Anyone who subscribes to the YouTube channel between now and Halloween will be entered into a free drawing for a reading. So I love you all. Have a great evening, and I'll see you again soon. You can also find me on Instagram, Zenkuda Official.